And for our purposes here, we're featuring Brianna Decker, 8-time world champion. She won Olympic gold in 2018 and 2 Olympic silver medals as well. Yeah. I had the pleasure of covering her when she was a Wisconsin Badger way back when, and now she has hung up the skates from a player standpoint, still very actively involved and very well deserving of going into the U.S. Hockey Hall of Fame. Brianna, congratulations first and foremost. What was your reaction to hearing that you were going to be a U.S. Hockey Hall of Famer?
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's a great honor to be a part of that class right there. I'd mentioned at one point that I was a big fan of the Penguins, and so it's pretty cool to be with some of those guys on there. But when I first heard, I think you don't think about going into the Hall of Fame at any point during your career. You just think about the journey as it is and playing with your teammates and having fun and trying to win at the biggest stage. And so when that I get that phone call, I was obviously pretty surprised.
Brianna, congratulations from me as well. And listen, never mind the team-related achievements you had as a player, but individually, a World Championship All-Star, a 2-time NWHL MVP, Patty Kazmar Award, and then a 2-time USA Hockey Player of the Year. Now an induction into the U.S. Hockey Hall of Fame. Where does this rank in a career just replete with really, really important distinctions?
Yeah, I mean, I think hockey's a team sport, right? And so I'm always gonna go back to every teammate I had and every coach that impacted my my career. And so I think I look back at the journey itself, whether it was at Wisconsin or for Team USA, and there were so many accomplishments we had as a team. And so I really focused in on those. Obviously individual accomplishments do happen, but you can't have those without, the line mates and teammates that you have.
I mean, we're watching just some incredible highlights from your time with USA Hockey, and we're also taking a look at some of your former teammates who are also already in the U.S. Hockey Hall of Fame. I remember when the Lamoureux twins went in a couple of years ago, Natalie Darwitz back in 2018. You have some relationships, I'm sure, with some of the women on this board. I mean, can you just speak to kind of the fight that you guys have furthered along here in trying to grow the game and make it more normal for everyone out there to see women thriving on the ice?
Yeah, I mean, you look at you have Cameron Granato on that list, and Jenny Potter and the Lamoureux twins, and Darwitz. I think all those players, they just grinded away at making women's hockey bigger and bigger every single year and putting more visibility for our sport out there. And so I think the Lamoureux have a special place in my heart. Obviously, I played with them at Shattuck St. Mary's in high school and played on the national team really for a long time. So, it was great. I was actually at their ceremony, so it was fun to be able to support them. But, I think the girls who are playing now on the U.S. Women's National Team are just trying to continue to grow the sport every single day, and they're doing a great job with that.
Brianna, it's interesting you mentioned that, because over the course of your career, we've really seen doors have opened for women's hockey, and certainly you were, a significant part of some of those big moments. Looking back over your career, can you point to one or two and tell us about it?
Yeah, I mean, I think one of the hardest things was for us as a USA Hockey program, the women's team, we had to go against USA Hockey and fight for, obviously more visibility and, getting games online and on TV, and obviously some pay as well. And I think that was really hard for us. We love what we do. We love our sport, and we love playing in front of incredible fans. And so when we had to go through all of that, it was very difficult, but it needed to happen, and we put our bodies on the line just like the men do, and so it was important for us to fight for that at that point.
And now we are so happy to have a professional women's hockey league that, again, you were a part of trying to build. And unfortunately, it came just a couple years too late for you when you decided to hang them up and not, pursue that dream to continue playing in the PWHL. But what's your reaction been to that inaugural season that just wrapped up earlier this year, and the reaction to women's professional hockey in a sustainable league?
Yeah, I think that's the biggest thing that we tried to do when I was playing as well, is just trying to get something that's more sustainable and, pay, obviously, being a real professional league. I think the best part about being retired is I get to go support those teammates that are still playing right now, and not being far from Minneapolis and St. Paul. I'm allowed to go watch those guys play up there. So it's been fun to be able to watch my teammates, a lot of the players I played with, but also some of the new and young talent that's involved with the league. It's been awesome to follow.
For anybody that reaches the pinnacle of what they do, there's always somebody back there in their past, maybe, you know, several people that were influential in getting them started and helping to grow their careers to the point that it was. Can you point to, was there somebody like that for you, Brianna, male or female, who was, you know, kind of a at the forefront in the sport as you were kind of carving your own path?
Yeah, honestly, and I'm not just saying this because I coach with this guy now, but Gordy Stafford here at Shattuck St. Mary's, he has had such a huge impact on my career. And, you know, I went to Shattuck St. Mary's, and it was a pivotal moment in my hockey career to, you know, obviously springboard me to play at University of Wisconsin. And so, you know, he's like a dad to me, and had always believed in me, but also pushed me out of my comfort zone. And along with a lot of those players that I played with here with the Lamoureux twins and Amanda Kessel, like those are some people that just totally impacted my career. And, you know, I'm hoping I can do the same to some of the girls that I'm coaching now.
You referenced your work at Shattuck St. Mary's. So what does life look like for you now? Because I know you're very much still involved in hockey, right?
Yeah, so I helped coach the girls prep team with Gordy Stafford here, and we just finished tryouts. So it's been kind of some tears and some very much excitement the last few days, but I'm looking forward to another season. This will be my third season coaching back here. So, you know, these girls are super committed, and it's been really fun to coach them. A lot of them end up playing college, and so that's my favorite part, is helping their development.
How have you seen the game change, the girls' game specifically change from when you were at Shattuck and beyond? Because especially when we look at the PWHL, there's a lot of comments about the physicality, right, and just the speed of the game, the skill of the players. How do you see it having developed?
Yeah, that's what I would say. The skill of the players is incredible. I mean, I think some of these girls who are even that I'm coaching, I'm like, man, I would never have been able to do some of the things that they do. So definitely the skills of the game. And then I would say, yeah, the speed has definitely picked up as well. So that's what makes it more enjoyable to watch too, just that aspect of things. But I love going to those PWHL games and watching physicality aspect of things. It makes it more fun as a fan, and you're a little bit more engaged. So.
That's awesome. Well, the future is certainly bright, and we're so excited to see your induction into the U.S. Hockey Hall of Fame later on. I think it's early in December. So congrats again on the honor. Well deserved, and thanks so much for the time.
Awesome. Thank you, guys.